The shadow of impatience. This is an interesting one. Generally, the more time you have to pause and look around you, the more you appreciate life, and the kinder you are. And kindness is linked to patience. Impatience is linked to intolerance. We come to the shadow of conflict. So impatience is sandwiched between intolerance and conflict, and that should tell us enough already. Impatience is even seen as a good thing by some. Some speak of it with a kind of pride, but I think that's just mixing or confusing impatience with enthusiasm. And enthusiasm is this kind of unbridled, optimistic, positive energy. And enthusiasm has an innocence to it. It has a freedom to it. But the moment it becomes impatient, the water is immediately muddy. Think about that. You've got a big job ahead of you and your working partner is full of enthusiasm. That's going to be a fun job. Now imagine the same person's full of impatience. Not a fun job. So impatience has dropped in frequency. It puts tension and nervousness in the air. It's an uncontrollable, uncomfortable energy to be around. It's also going to ensure that whatever job is undertaken, it's neither going to go smoothly, nor is it going to be fulfilling. In fact, it may even fail, because the timing will be out, and the rhythm will be unstable and erratic, and there's going to be stress. That's the shadow of hunger. And this hunger is not just physical, it's emotional. It's intellectual. So I'd like you to really look at your own impatience in any situation whenever it comes up. For me, my greatest test of patience is being a parent. Children really push your impatience buttons, especially when you have several children and they start getting at each other, and they will drive you to distraction. And that's my personal edge of impatience. And sometimes I just lose it. I lose my composure. I forget all my grand teachings and I just lose it. And every parent knows exactly what I mean. But we all have our edges. And impatience is a society undercurrent, and it's now part of our culture. So to transmute this shadow in your life, you have to go directly against the grain of the culture. We're becoming a more impatient species. And part of this is due to our pace of life and the technology we have in place that makes everything so fast. If you want something, it's generally there at the click of a button. In simpler cultures, many people will eat really only once a day. So you have a lot more time on your hands. And when you go to these simpler cultures, another thing you may see is people sitting around just doing nothing. And it's not that they're lazy, but that their rhythm is different. But there are things we can learn from each other.